for a number of years. And again, in my last Super Bowl in Tampa, my wife and I went out to eat. We had a couple friends that joined us for dinner. And we went into this restaurant, and there was this big family, you know, big, small, you know, you could tell that there was an extended family, you know, maybe had gotten together for the Super Bowl, and they were just having a great time. You know, older kids were taking care of the younger kids, and so we just, you know, my wife and I looked at each other, and we kind of like, yeah, you know, we have to buy dinner for them. And so, you know, of course, anonymously, hey, you know, can we take care of their meal? Sure enough, we do, and they start to walk out, and then, you know, we thought we got away with it, and all of a sudden, this big guy comes walking back. And we're like, ah, shoot, somehow she told, we found out. And he comes over and he's like, hey, I just want to thank you for buying dinner for my family. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to be on the field playing against you. I play for Pittsburgh. Perspective growing up was more, hey, you know, I'm going to church, so God should really be here for me. You know, whatever I need. I was one of those kids that, hey, you know, football game on Friday night, I would hit my knees, you know, hey, God, you know, if we can just win this game, then I'll do whatever you need me to do. Or, you know, the pretty girl walks by, God, if you just give me a day, you know, I'm indebted to you. But I always say that my faith was, you know, it was kind of like me driving a car, and God was my spare tire. That, you know, going down and everything's smooth, I never even thought about it. But then, you know, when something was rocky or I got a flat tire, that's when I would run around to the trunk, pull out God and say, you know, God, I need you to help me out with this. And so my perspective was, I'm going down my path, and God, you're here for me. And when I really came to know Jesus for the first time, I was actually 26 years old. And, you know, thanks to my wife now, who was my girlfriend at the time, and some teammates of mine who really challenged my faith, you know, I got to know Jesus personally. And I picked up the Bible really for the first time, started diving into what it was all about. And obviously, when you pick up the Bible, you realize that, you know, God's not here for us, that we're here for Him. And that to me is what faith has meant. It's the idea of taking the platform God's given us. It's the idea of using football to be able to impact people. It's the idea of using a television show, hosting a television show to impact people. And I think that's my encouragement. And I know you guys are going to talk more about the idea of making the moment, which we shot some things for today. But it's about each and every one of us realizing that our career is a means to glorifying God. And that's why I'm involved with the show. That's where I think the power is in this show. And that's my hope when you guys watch this episode, is you say, you know what? God's gifted me. God's given me talents and an opportunity and a platform to be able to impact other people. How can I do that in my neighborhood? How can I do that in my church? How can I do that in my business? That's my hope, and that's my goal when you guys watch the show. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in a little bit. In life, there are moments.